ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंद प्रदायिने कलौ कलुमशनासाय ज्ञानवापते नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we are discussing from chapter 2, and yesterday we discussed verse number 46. यावान अर्थोदपाने सर्वतः सम्भूतोदके तावान सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानता. One who knows the ultimate purpose of Vedic literatures, so he transcends the activities of Vedic literatures pertaining to three modes of material nature, and directly he executes the ultimate purpose, which is to understand Krishna, to serve Krishna, to develop devotional attitude, love for Krishna. Next, verse number 47, Krishna explains. Verse 47. This is one of the one of the very famous words in Bhagavad Gita, which is most highly misunderstood. The most misunderstood and most famous verse of Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyevadikaraste mahafalesu kadachana ma karma phale heturbhut mahate sangvastya karmani. So Lord Krishna says in this verse, you have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty. So, this verse has interestingly appeared in this section known as Buddhi Yoga. So, first of all, those who quote this verse just to uh, explain that we do not need to worship God, but we need only to perform our duty. कर्म ही पूजा है, ऐसा जो लोग बोलते हैं. So for their kind information, we should inform them that this particular verse has appeared in the section, second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, in Buddhi Yoga section, Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. So while explaining Bhakti Yoga, Lord Krishna spoke this particular verse. That means this verse must be in connection, or this verse must be spoken with the viewpoint that will support the performance of Bhakti Yoga, devotional service to Krishna. It can never, the meaning can never be that it will discourage one to worship Krishna. This has to be understood very properly. The karmanyevadikaras. So Lord Krishna says karmani. Karmani means in prescribed duties. First of all, what does it mean when we say karma? What is the meaning of karma? Karma doesn't only mean to perform any kind of activity. Any kind of activity which one performs is not called karma. It is vikarma. Vikarma means vikrit karma. Just like if somebody has been assigned a particular job which has to be performed in a particular way. So if the person, instead of performing that particular job as prescribed by the authority or by his manager, if he performs it according to his own whims, according to his own independent mentality, then he is not going to get the result. That is not actually performance of job. Rather, that is Vikarama or wrong job is done. He will be chastised by the manager. And what you have done, you will not get the salary for today's work. Why? I have worked for 10 hours. Uh, can't you see? Morning till night, I have been working. Yes, you worked so much, very hard work you did, but you did yes, everything independently. That is of no use to us. So you will not get the salary for this. That means he did not perform karma, he performed vikarma. Vikarma means vikrit karma or bad work, bad performance. Performance is there, but that is bad performance, which is not according to the satisfaction of the manager or the company's satisfaction. So similarly, the activities which we perform in this material world, so that can only be known as karma if it is according to the injunctions of the Vedic literature. Vedic literature prescribe us. That's why it is mentioned in this word to word meaning. Srila Prabhupada is mentioning karmani means or karma means prescribed duties. Prescribed means it indicates that it has to be come down from some bona fide authority. Bona fide authority has to order us, prescribe for us. Then it is karma. Only performance of activity is not karma. So prescribed duty. From where it is prescribed? From Vedic literatures. Because in the previous verse, Lord Krishna has already stated this. If you go in detail, Traigunya Vishya Veda Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Vishya Veda. So Vedic literatures deal with the subject matter of three modes of material nature. So they prescribe various kinds of activities, karma. So this karma or the duties which has to be performed is prescribed by Vedic literatures according to the modes of material nature. Yeah. In order to get material opulence or material sense enjoyment, material happiness also, one has to refer to Vedic injunctions. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipashchita vedavad ratah partha. One has to become vedavad rata. Vedavad rata means strictly following the injunctions of the Vedic literatures or duties must be performed as per the prescription of the Vedic literature, not independently, whimsically. So one who becomes Vedavad Rata or one who performs the duties according to the injunctions of the Vedas, they get the punya, piety, or in other words, you can say in modern language, they get the salary. Then only they can enjoy it. Otherwise, they'll not get the salary. So all those people who are working independently are trying very hard to satisfy their senses, and in this way they want to become happy materially. So they cannot become happy materially also. And the result, what is the proof? The proof is that we can see in modern days, the more the people are advancing materially, so-called advancement, technologically they are advancing and they have their own sets of principles. Everything is changed. Moral principles have been changed. Everything is just made by, everything has become man-made. Everything is man-made. So all the duties, all the principles, everything has man-made. But unfortunately, modern people, they want to, everything they are making by their own effort, but they cannot make food grains. Man-made food grains, they can only be used as a soap-ish. Just like fruits. You can keep the soap-ish fruits, man-made fruits, but you can't eat it to satisfy your hunger. For that, you have to be dependent upon the God-made fruits, God-made grains. Similarly, man-made system of making us happy is not going to work. It is artificial. It is as artificial as man-made fruits, man-made grains. If you feel hungry, can you eat that? No. A small child may think like, so, oh, this is very nice grapes, mangoes, banana. So let me eat it. Uh, but what will be the result? There will be no taste, no taste, and there will be no, this hunger will not be satisfied. Similarly, so one has to be dependent upon the God-made resources in order to satisfy their needs. Similarly, the man-made system to become happy in this material world is not going to work. We have to be dependent upon God-made system. And what is that God-made system? That is mentioned in Vedic literatures. So Vedic literatures prescribe us the activities which we are supposed to follow in order to become happy materially also. So this is very important version, that if somebody has material desires, somebody wants to fulfill his material sense gratification desire, somebody wants to become happy materially, even if he has no interest, no concern at all to advance in spiritual consciousness, spiritual life, still if he at all desires to become happy materially, then he has to abide by the injunctions of the Vedic literature. If he performs activities independently, not caring for the injunctions of the Vedic literature, then he's sure to get bewildered and he's sure to commit sinful activities. And those activities are not known as karma. Those activities are known as vikarma or pap karma. Vikarma means pap karma. So all those people who deny the existence of God and who say that karma hi puja hai, we should first of all tell them that कर्म ही पूजा मत बोलो, विकर्म ही पूजा बोलो पहले तो आप। पाप कर्म ही पूजा है। आप जिसको कर्म बोल रहे हैं, दैट इज नॉट कर्मा। कर्मा मीन्स पुण्य एक्टिविटी, पुण्य pious activity performed according to Vedic injunctions. So first of all, this is karma. One who, and this prescribed duties mentioned in Vedic literature is based on modes of material nature. Somebody may be a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, not by birth, but by his quality, Swabhava. Swabhava means in what mode he is situated. If somebody is situated prominently in mode of goodness, then he is a Brahman. And who decides? So when earlier the system was from the at the age of 4 or 5, 6, the children were sent to Gurukul, and there the guru, he used to analyze the psychophysical nature of each and every student, and then he used to understand. He used to get this understanding that this particular boy is situated in mode of goodness, so he is a Brahmin. He has Brahminical quality. So then he used to teach them, train such a child according to his nature to become a nice Brahman. Similarly, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra also. So Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So according to each and every one, and there are ashram also, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha, Grahastha, and Sannyas ashram. So the system has been given, duties have been prescribed. So one who follows his Brahman karma, his Kshatriya karma, Vaishya karma, Shudra karma, then he is performing pious activity, he is performing karma. For him, you can say karma hi puja hai. But Lord Krishna is going beyond this also. He is saying not just become attached to the not just become attached to following the Vedic prescribed duties in terms of Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. One should transcend this also, because if somebody becomes attached to following the rules and regulations, rituals of Vedic literatures based on material karma, bhautik karma, material duties, then also he cannot elevate his consciousness to the spiritual platform. And so even one has to go beyond this. But at least one should come to this level, follow the prescribed duties as per his varna, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, varna. And then he can expect to get the result. And through that result, he is supposed to worship the Supreme Lord. So karma, first of all, one has to perform the karma according to Vedic injunctions. And then when he performs the karma, but result is not in his hand. But result is not in his hand. He should not be attached to result. That is the second line it is mentioned. So Lord Krishna says karmani. Karmani means in performing prescribed duties which are the injunctions of the Vedic literatures. The Vedic literatures, according to your Swabhava, will prescribe you certain activities to perform, certain activities to be performed, which are known as duties or prescribed duties. So you have the right to do those duties according to your varna. So karmani eva. Eva means certainly you have the right that you can follow certain prescribed duties according to your swabhav. So you have the right to perform those activities. Karmani eva adhikaraste. But ma phalesu kadachana. Ma means never, never ever. Ma phalesu, in the fruits of those activities, kadachana at any time. You are not at all entitled, or you are not, you cannot claim the fruits of those activities which you perform. Uh, but you will get the benefit. Don't worry. You don't think like this. It's just like when somebody is working under some company, somebody has got some manager. So he has the manager or the company person, company authority. They prescribe certain job uh, profile, and according to that job profile, he has certain responsibilities, key responsibility areas, KRA it is known. So he has some responsibility, some duties to be performed. So that right is there with that employee. He has designated with certain job profile. So he has the right to perform those activities which belongs to his profile, prescribed by the company people, manager. But he has no right after performing those duties, activities according to his job profile. The whatever result he gets, whatever fruits he gets, results he gets in terms of money, in terms of selling of products, in terms of making the company branded, in terms of name, fame, recognition. So whatever he earns by performing those activities, that belongs to company, not to the employee. This point should be clear. That's why, although the employee is performing the activities prescribed by the company authorities as per his qualification, qualities, and as per his job profile, and when he performs those activities, the results, the complete results, goes to the company. It cannot be taken by the employee, but the employee will get the salary, his part, his share, he will get. And similarly, in life, also, especially for human beings, so we are under the subordination of the authority of Supreme Lord. So, through the agency of Vedic literatures, each and every human being, according to different job profile, that means different varna, they have been prescribed certain activities uh, to perform. So when those activities or duties are performed with utmost sincerity, without getting deviated, with personal selfish motivation, so when those duties are properly performed, prescribed by the authorities, uh, Vedic literatures, so he definitely is going to get the result. But that result does not belong to him. Ma phalesu kadashan. Ma phalesu kadashan. At any time. The result doesn't belong to him. The result belongs to the Supreme Lord. So that is the meaning of this verse. Karmanyevadhikaraste mahafalesu kadashana. That you just have the right to perform the prescribed duties prescribed by Vedic literatures. And definitely when you perform sincerely those duties nicely, so definitely there will be results, but those results have to be surrendered to the Supreme Lord. And as a result of doing this, both the things, you'll get this salary. And what is that salary? A punya, pious activity, pious credit you will get, and purification of heart. If it is done with proper consciousness, then purification of heart also one can get. So this is the salary we get by performing duties as per the injunctions of the Vedas. So karmanyevadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. But if somebody may think, oh, first of all, I am performing all the activities not according to my independent desire and according to the injunctions of the Vedic literatures, but the result also I have to surrender completely to the Supreme Lord. What is this? Then how I will get the impetus, inspiration to perform the work? That's why Lord Krishna says next line, Ma karma phala hetur bhur. Ma karma phala hetu bhur. Ma te sangha astva karmani. So Krishna that's why very clearly says, do not perform your prescribed duties also with the hetu of getting karma phala, with the hetu of getting results of the activities performed. You should not do your duty like this. You should change. Duty should be performed as a matter of duty, that it has to be performed. I am duty bound to do it. And salary, you can expect the salary to get. And what is that salary? Promotion to the higher level of consciousness, purification of heart, and promotion to a heavenly planet, pious credit. Materially and spiritually, both ways, the salary is given. Materially, the salary is given that one gets pious credit, and in this way, he is promoted to heavenly planets or even on this earthly planet. He is allowed to have good opulence, good facilities for sense gratification. Janma Ishwarya Shuta Srivi. This is material benefit. And then spiritual benefit, one's heart is cleansed, it is purified of material contamination because one is giving up the attachment for the result and one is surrendering uh, to follow the prescriptions of the Vedas. That's why Krishna says that's why one should not perform the duties mentioned by the Vedic literature, prescribed by the Vedic literatures for karma phal hetu, not for getting some karma phal. Mate sango astya karmani. Neither one should be attached in not doing prescribed duties. So one cannot say that because I'm not getting the results, I'm not inclined to perform these duties. So one should be not like this also. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. So one should not consider himself to be the cause of the results of his activities because these activities have been prescribed by the agencies of the Supreme Lord. So the results belongs to the Supreme Lord. Just like an employee who performs certain duties while living in the company. So he should not think that he is the cause of the results of his activities. Uh, no, because the results have been attained because he is working under the banner of the reputed branded company. If he is not working under the company, then he is not going to get those results. Similarly, because when a person who performs prescribed duties according to the injunctions of the Vedas, which has been given by the Supreme Lord Himself, so that potency is there. Supreme Lord's potency is there in those injunctions, and because of which, when a living entity or human being follows those prescribed duties, then he gets the result. The results are not attained by our activities itself. The work which we do does not cause the result, but the results are caused by the system which we are following, and the system has been created by the Supreme Lord. So, by His mercy or by His potency, those those prescribed duties bear the result, and then we can have the result if we follow nicely. That's why we cannot claim for the result. We cannot claim it. It's like a salesperson, a salesman on behalf of his company. He goes out and in entire one day he sells uh, yeah, the product of the company worth rupees 1 crore. So he cannot claim those 1 crore rupees. He cannot say, see, I am so skillful and I worked hard 12 hours entire day. I worked hard morning till night. That's why there was so much sale of the product worth rupees 1 crore. So it should belong to me. No, nothing, not even a single paisa belongs to that salesman because he is representative of the company. So whatever he is whatever his skills or whatever promotion he's doing under the brand of the company, that everything belongs to the company. So because he has done the work, he has given his endeavor, so he will get the salary according to the capacity, how much he has done. If he has done a lot, worth rupees 1 crore, company may decide to give some 5% bonus or whatever it may be. But he cannot claim the result because he has not produced the result. So this has to be understood properly. Just like a farmer, so when he cultivates the land, puts the seeds within the land, and then waters it, everything happens. Then finally grains comes. So to whom does this grain belong? Generally, person thinks that, oh, this belongs to me because I worked hard, I cultivated the land, so this entire grain belongs to me. But no, this is not the fact. Grains belongs to the Supreme Lord. That's why the system earlier in Vedic time, the system was that as soon as the grains used this grains were available from the land, it was immediately offered to the temple, uh, to the Supreme Lord for the service of the Supreme Lord. Why? Because by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, we get the rains, and through rains we get the grains. If there is no rain, then there will be no grain. Doesn't matter how much you work hard, and if there is no land, where will you put the seed? And from where you have got the seed? You got the seed, land, and rain from material nature. Material nature belongs to the Supreme Lord. Uh, So that's why the result also should belong to Supreme Lord. And because we have worked hard, the salary we can get. Just like another example, if a person gives uh, a carpenter wood resources to make a furniture. So carpenter using all his skills makes a very nice furniture. So for to whom does this furniture belong? Carpenter or the owner? Whom does the furniture will belong? It's obvious. The person who has supplied the resources, he will be the proprietor of the furniture. But because the carpenter has done his work to make those resources, woods into furniture, so the owner, he will give some salary. That is the system. Similarly, so whatever activities we perform, first of all, it has to be performed as per the prescriptions of the Vedic literatures. Then only it is called as karma or pious activities. Otherwise, if we independently perform any activity, nonsense activities, it is all vikarma, sinful activity, for which we are the only result is suffering. Dukkha, and dukkha. Dukkha, more dukkha, maha. This is the only result of performing independent material activities which are known as sinful activities. But one who performs activities according to the directions of the scriptures, so the results belongs ultimately to the Supreme Lord. And when it is submitted to the Supreme Lord, then by the mercy of the Lord, we get the salary. What is that salary? Salary. So that is the salary. To advance in Krishna consciousness. Okay. I think time is up. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. If you have any questions, you can ask. See, can you differentiate between karma and vikarma again? Please, I'm confused. So there is no need to get confused. Karma means activities which are prescribed by Supreme Lord through the agency of Vedic literatures. Those are known as karma. And karma means pious activities, punya karma. Punya karya is known as karma. And vikarma means sinful activities. Whatever activity we perform, neglecting the injunctions of the Vedic literatures are known as vikarma, sinful activities. We should always remember this. So independently, if somebody is living his life, so-called honest life, so-called following the moral principles, but all this so-called honest living, honest activities, and moral principles. This is man-made, manufactured by human beings. So this cannot be allowed. We cannot manufacture laws or moral principles. It has to be given by the authority. Supreme Lord is authority. So that's why it is Vikarma if you perform. So more than 95, at least 95, 98% people, they are performing Vikarma. And the result of Vikarma is very heavy punishment. That's why the suffering of people is increasing, because somebody who is performing sinful activities, how can he expect to remain happy in this material world? He cannot be happy. That's why this question cannot be asked. अरे, हम तो पूरा जीवन ईमानदारी से कार्य किए फिर भी हमको दुख क्यों मिल रहा है? इसलिए मिल रहा है क्योंकि ईमानदारी, योर सो कॉल्ड ईमानदारी इज बेस्ड अपॉन योर mental speculation. You did not refer to Vedic literatures. What the Supreme Lord says, moral principle, about moral principle. It's just like कोई जैसे शराबी है, वो बोलेगा मैं तो सबका कल्याण करना चाहता हूँ, दान करना चाहता हूँ। क्या दान कर रहे? शराब दान कर रहे हैं। इज इट गुड एक्टिविटी और बैड एक्टिविटी? हाँ। So of course for that drunkard, it is good activity, pious activity, पुण्य कार्य कर रहे हो। हाँ, but we know what kind of पुण्य कर्म is. Yeah, last year, I heard somebody told me that a very prominent porn star, she died at the age of 20, 26, 28 years. So there were many comments. People, they made the comment that a great social worker has died. एक बहुत समाज सेविका का मृत्यु हो गया, जो कितने लोगों को सुख दे रही थी। हाँ, just imagine. So this is their calculation. But we know as per the scriptures, this is the worst kind of sinful activities. सबसे बेकार प्रकार का अगर पाप कोई कर सकता है, सुदुराचार जिसको बोला गया, दैट इज illicit sex. And now they are promoting these things. They are thinking that this is good. We are giving happiness to others to have enjoyment. That's why the definition of what is good, what is bad, it cannot be decided by human beings, because there will always be differences. What is good, what is bad, it has already been said in the Vedic literatures by the Supreme Lord. So one who follows the definition given by the Supreme Lord in Vedic literatures, he is performing good activity, pious activities, and rest everyone else is just engaged in sinful activities, doing according to their own mental speculation, whimsical, independent desires. So that is not good. Yeah, of course.